Good evening, Pastor Allen again. I'm going into part 3 of this series on being the head and not the tail. I left off on verse 35. I'll start reading at verse 36. And the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Now God is saying right here, He's gonna allow you to go into idolatry. And it says, Lord will bring you into idolatry, but He's not gonna bring you into idolatry. He's gonna allow you and let you go into idolatry. And He says that the king which you shall pick which you shall pick to set over thee unto a nation which neither thy fathers have known, and then you're gonna serve other gods. You're gonna pick a king that God didn't even know. You're gonna pick a king after your own evil heart instead of after God's heart. And from there He's gonna allow you to go into idolatry. He says, and thou shalt become an astonishment and a proverb and a byword among the nations. You're going to be a laughing stock among the nations. The people are going to laugh at you and show that, well, your God brought you out of all of these calamities, and now look at you. You're no better than us. As a matter of fact, you're worse than us. You're running to idols faster than the heathen. Verse 38, thou shalt carry much seed into the field, and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Verse 39, thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worm shall eat them. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all the coast, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thine olive shall cast his fruit. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. And thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. God is showing us that strangers to our land are going to come up after we've been there from generation to generation. Strangers will come up and be higher and of more prestige than us after God has allowed us to take the land as a possession. Strangers will come in and enjoy the land while we be lower than the stranger. The Bible says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. And he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be unto thee for a sign and for a wonder upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shalt not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high fence walls come down, wherein thou trustest throughout all the land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy God had given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God given thee, which the Lord thy God had given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee. God is showing them right here that he is going to allow our enemies to come in from other nations and basically besiege us and be higher than us, say they're going to be very high and we're going to be very low. And God is showing us that we're going to go into so many distresses as the world has not known since we came out of the land of Egypt. And God is going to bring us, as is happening this day, so low that we're going to wonder and we're going to weep and gnash of teeth and wonder how we got in that situation. And if we continue to look in God's word, where Jesus said, I didn't come to destroy the law, but I came that the law through me be fulfilled. So how can the law be fulfilled if we forsake the law and forsake the God that brought us out of bondage from the beginning? And now we're in bondage because we failed to follow God's law. And I'm going to continue in the next video, starting at verse 54. May God bless you. The King is coming.